One, and there you go. So, hello everyone, and welcome to the Open Talks episode number 24. And we are back up after, I guess, 2 months of hibernation. And let's go, right? So, today we have 4 interesting topics, and most of them are related to electric vehicles. That is interesting. Like, we have never talked about this much for EVs. But yeah, nowadays they are causing some issues. So, let's see. What are those issues? So, first topic is regarding Toyota and its weird strategy of finance team. Second is Tesla is recalled 500,000 of cars. 500,000 is like too much, right? Why? Let's see. What was the reason? Third is Tesla missed a major part of the car, right? While delivering. So what was that part and how they reacted to the customer and customer like told them. And last is like Microsoft, right? How can they basically escape? So they kind of bought a huge gaming label, and let's see.
They are in a killing spree, you can say.
Labels and yeah, bro?
They are in a killing spree, you can say.
Yeah, absolutely. As I'm saying, yeah. Correct. So I mean, that brings us a good news for PC gamers. But let's see what are all the complications and
Or bad, depending on what side.
Yeah, absolutely, right. Yeah, so let's go with the first topic, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so first is like, so let me talk about it, and then we'll share the screen and show you, right? What are all the technical details about it? So, as I understood, Toyota is requiring a subscription for remotely opening your car with a key remote, right? Opening and closing, and basically what we can say is the smart factor of a car is being subscribed now instead of one-time payment. So now what happens is, will people go back to the old ages when we just bring out the key and unlock the car? I mean, that might not be even an option for them. But yeah, this is hilarious. Like, just to get the revenue, the investors might have forced them, and this is one of the strategies like many companies do use, right? So like Spotify, YouTube, lots of streaming services, it is understandable, right? That they are only selling the software, and that's why they can basically charge it, and that is their bread and butter. But for Toyota, it's like this is not their bread and butter, right? Selling hardware is their work, and if they are like charging on software, then I mean it's not good. And second thing is, like, if you remember, Tesla has also done the same thing. Like they also have the hardware, everything inside the car, but for the full self driving mode, FSD mode, they're charging something around $13,000. That is, I think that is one-time payment, if I'm not wrong. So that is still good, but yeah, companies are doing this. Like hardware is there just to make it usable. There is a lock on the software, and you have to basically pay it. And paying in monthly. Okay, so regarding that, like some CCTV camera companies, they also require this monthly subscription.
Correct.
I mean, CCTV, right?
Absolutely.
What the? if everything is local, what is your contribution in it? Like, why you are even requiring money?
I mean, that is the whole point in the like Toyota case also, right? Like remote.
That's the whole point.
And the car is local, right?
Car is local. Yep, absolutely. I'm just like sharing the screen, right?
Sure.
And let's see what all things are going on. Okay, so I guess you guys can see the screen. I'll just scroll below. Yeah. So here you can see that vehicle equipped with remote control have key fob compatibility for remote start. So this is the thing which you are talking about, right? And all the functionalities in this will be having subscription based. Oh man. So yeah, so we can read this like remote connect equipped vehicles built before this date were required to have an active remote connect trial or paid subscription for the key fob to perform remote start functionality. The logic has been enhanced to no longer require an active remote control subscription for the key fob to perform remote start function. So yeah, so the thing is that it is available for 3 years, and after 3 years, I guess they are charging it, right?
Correct.
From 18 to 20.
So the thing is,
Interesting.
the first batches they released without any locks, right? Like they are free to
Interesting.
use it for infinity, right? But the newer ones, it will have a demo period, which is like 3 years, right? And after which
Okay.
it will stop to work, right?
Oh,
The
man.
keys,
Okay.
basically, literally the keys will stop to work, right?
I see. So essentially, you are paying for driving, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, man.
You're paying for the privilege of opening a car, right?
Opening a car, yeah.
I mean, starting it also, right?
Yeah, starting it. I mean, even like starting, let's say, is a level 1. Level 0 is also not allowed, right? Opening a car is not allowed.
Correct. I mean, if you forgot like tissue paper in your car, it's done, right?
Yeah.
You have to subscribe.
Oh man. Yeah.
By the way, an interesting
like-
news about Tesla, right? You told about Tesla being charging, right? Charging for their advanced features like supercharging networks and ludicrous mode and all those things, right?
Yeah.
Like one more thing is that when you sell Tesla to another person, right, that license immediately becomes invalid, right?
That it becomes
Yeah,
invalid.
and
Correct.
that person has to buy again, like just for the same
right.
car, right? I mean, so this license is not transferable, right?
Correct. Absolutely correct. That is so weird.
Right. So the problem is like, I mean, in the Toyota case, is like, do we own the car, right? I mean, do we even own it anymore? It's like car comes from the factory, right? And
Yeah.
still they have access to the car. Like, I mean, they can disable it. They can even open it most probably. Like, I mean, if they can disable the key, most probably they can even open it remotely, right? They can even start it remotely. So we are walking into a realm where you don't actually own the car. You lend the car from the manufacturer, even though you paid full amount, right?
Yeah, it is similar to what we have this renting services, right? Where you can basically rent a car for, I guess, some X amount of hours or
Correct.
days, right? So it feels like that actually.
Within one correction to what I said earlier, right? We can still use a key, right? I mean, literal key, right? So only the remote
yeah.
functionality disabled. So
Only the remote. But I mean, we never know, right? From when they will basically
disable the key also.
disable that also. Because this is first step in the thing, right?
I mean, they are just testing people, right? I mean, what does people do? Right?
Yeah.
Do people react
And
badly
what
or
happens is,
good?
and the main issue is like, the other players will also follow it.
Correct. Absolutely.
And that is wrong.
Yeah. Right.
Absolutely wrong.
I mean, like at this point, I would
Yeah.
rather just take out the SIM card from the car and just trash it,
Correct.
and let it be running without any internet forever,
Yeah.
rather than with internet, with all the navigation and all those next level features, because
Absolutely right.
being able to drive is one of the major features, right? I mean, I don't really need maps, right? I mean, I can still use it in the phone, right? If there is no maps,
Yeah.
I can use it in phone. All others can be replaced, not just the driving feature. Like, I mean, I need to have
Correct.
access to the car to drive it. So
Yes. Yeah.
otherwise we'll be like, the next age of people will be like, the crooks used to steal cars, right? Now people will start to, like take lessons on that, just to, use their car,
Yeah.
which wire to short to enable the car,
Correct.
and
Correct.
which software to patch to enable the car, right? Maybe in the future,
Yeah.
right, policemen will be like scanning the software for some modifications. Did you modify software, right? Did you route your car?
Yeah, and that's a major issue, right? Tesla, many of the Teslas are being hacked nowadays.
Absolute.
By the user itself, and they are basically modifying it just to unlock those software parts.
Correct. I mean, even like like little bit of modification, even one sensor being replaced will actually kill all the supercharging functionality of the car.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, we are walking into a realm where like we don't own anything. It's like we are lending this stuff, and that's it, right? I mean, it's all in the discretion of the
Absolutely.
manufacturer, right? I mean, see, like if we want to open the car, let them do it, right? I don't know which car, but there was a car which released, right? It was not. It is. I don't remember the brand, right? So what happened is like you are not allowed to even open the hood in the car, right? To
Okay.
open the hood, you need to be a certified professional, right? It is dangerous to open it because it's electricity, right?
I see. Okay.
I mean, you have, I guess, in IC engines there are like, I mean, literally if you run the IC engine and afterwards you try to replace the oil, right? If you open the oil cap,
Yeah.
literally the oil is going to boil and spill directly out, and most probably going to burn you, right?
Absolutely.
It is how it is, right? I mean, and people are not hurting themselves, right? I mean, there are a million ways by which you can even lose your hand and all those things while working on a car which is IC engine.
Correct.
And electric car, the funniest thing about that is, in order to turn off the electricity, right? In order to turn off the breakers, right?
Yeah.
I don't know which brand it is, right? Still if I know it, maybe post in the comments, right? You have to have a special equipment to disable electricity in the car.
Oh man.
I mean,
Interesting.
then they are like, okay, you need a special equipment. That is why you should not open the trunk of the car, right? I mean, not trunk. I mean hood, right? Hood of the car. And
Yeah.
I mean, if you need a special equipment to turn off the power, then wouldn't it be better to just put it out? Like anyone can buy it, rather than just
Yeah.
saying you can't open your car, right?
That is making so much sense, right?
Absolutely. I mean, the only sense it makes is that they don't want third party repairs to happen, right?
Yeah. Correct.
This
Correct.
this is a major problem we are going to we face in 2022 and 2023 going forward, right? Like,
So sure.
yeah,
I'm absolutely sure about that.
right to repair, like yeah, that is got a standstill. Like people are getting more excited over like companies making some PR stunts, right? Like
Yeah.
people are, I mean, Apple made that repair thing, right? If you remember, like the iPhone, you will be provided the parts, right? We have to see how it goes. Do they really provide the
Yeah.
parts to the customers, right? End customers. And there was another program by which they can actually, anyone can affiliate with the Apple, right? With Apple, like
Okay.
and that was a hoax, because what happens is, once you affiliate, you can't do any board repair, you can't stock any components. Everything has to be scanned into the Apple ecosystem, right? Every phone you have, what was the problem,
Correct.
all those things. So this is so much like like technician described it like this, right? You know that the problem is not with the motherboard directly, just with the connector. But your hands are tied, so you have to replace the motherboard and the connector, because it comes as a
I see.
pair, right? And this is the situation we are living in, right? I mean, it's doubling down, right? Everything is doubling down on you don't own anything kind of thing, right?
Correct.
And PR stunts do increase, right? And I'm pretty sure that
Absolutely.
there will be more PR stunts even from all these companies like Toyota or Tesla, right? To try to
It's
fix it.
coming in, yeah. Tesla has already started, right? And Toyota is like going next level now. So,
Correct.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
So, well,
by that, I guess my comments on first topic is done, right?
alright, alright. Yeah, bro. So, talking about Tesla, second is them only, right? So, Tesla has to recall 500,000 cars. So, starting from 2017 to this 2020, uh, every Tesla, I think Tesla S and Tesla 3, I wrote in the art, I mean, I read in the article. So, they are having a problem. And the problem is so huge that every car has to be called back to service center and has to be repaired. So the issue is that the rear camera is connected with a wire to the main system, right, in the front, and that wire, whenever you open and close the trunk, is getting hurt, and after some X amount of opens and close, it basically breaks or maybe tears down or something happens, right? So the back of the camera is not at all visible to the system. So now what happens is your SSD or any kind of smart drive line features are not in place, and that has happened a lot to a lot of YouTubers already, and now it is coming to the light. So what Tesla has to do is they have to call each and every car to their service center, and they have to repair it. Now the positive point about this is that they are not being Apple.
Yeah.
So what Apple will say is, you are not using the phone in correct way. You shouldn't put your phone in pocket. You shouldn't sit on the laptop, right? That's what they say. But Tesla
Why are
didn't
you
say
using your
like
phone?
you.
Like, I mean, we didn't
Yeah,
we found the phone. We didn't mean you to use it, right? I mean,
yeah. Don't use the
don't
phone,
use
right? It
phone.
won't break. Correct. So Tesla being a gentleman, they didn't say that don't open the trunk, right?
Yeah, you're opening your
So
trunk wrong. You shouldn't open it. That is how you should open it, right?
yep. And they are giving a free replacement, right? So the only thing is that there will be some wastage of time and resources, but otherwise it's a good thing that they accepted it publicly, right?
Correct.
It's not even going in dark, like it's on in public, and around 500,000 cars. It is like how much 4-5 lakhs of cars will be repaired. So that's a good thing
Absolutely.
actually. I consider that as a
Win.
good thing. I mean, they made a blunder, but they recovered it really good.
I mean, customers have been like, to think about repairing a Tesla, right? I mean, it is better to buy a Tesla than to repair a Tesla.
Correct.
By the way, right,
Yeah.
like one more news we kind of missed in the past, right? That is, it is regarding Tesla itself, right? So Tesla does so
Yeah.
many oopsies nowadays, it seems, right? So the whole idea is like the car, right? Cars in US, like most probably they are in harsh environment, like very cold temperatures and all those things, right?
Yep.
And what will be nice to do, that is, if some kind of a air con, right, sensor say some failure, right,
Yeah.
then what will be nice to do, right? Disable the whole air con, right?
Correct.
I mean, that is exactly what Tesla did, right? So what happens is that this is like air con, right? Like air con basically handles all the heating and ventilation stuff, right? In
Yeah.
car. So and the battery has to be heated, right? And also
Correct.
everything has to be like heated, right? To a point where it is like in the functional range, right? Temperature. So what happens is like due to the the freezing temperature,
Hmm.
the shutter, right? The shutter closes, right? The valve closes and it freezes in place,
Okay.
right? So what happens is that the sensor detects that the valve is not opening, right? And this we
Right.
are talking only the valve to kind of check the temperature outside, right? We are not really talking about very critical valve, right? And once this
Yeah.
sensor detects that the valve is not opening, right, it disables a whole, aircon functionality, right? And after some time, the batteries get too cold, and that disables the whole car.
Okay.
And now you are now you're having a brick car, Tesla, right? Sitting there.
Yep.
And the only way to fix it
Okay.
is to, like, warm it up and maybe, like, do
Yeah.
something about the sensor, right? And
Right.
if there was just a manual override button, like, just one manual override button, which will tell the sensor, like, to, okay, shut off. This is not,
Yep.
it's not happening. Warm up the car, do the things, right?
Correct.
I don't know what, but it feels like these space movies, right? The movies which deals with space, right? Those movies,
Yeah.
right? And in those
Yeah.
movies, we like there are systems which kind of fails, and systems basically like do wrong things because they detect something
Yeah.
else, right? It feels like something like this happening to Tesla, right? I mean, are they making a rocket ship now, right? Like a spaceship or something?
It is something like they are making a good progress, but they don't have very good past experience, right?
Correct.
So they miss out on small details, and that's what is happening, right?
Yeah, I mean, override is something which we all need, right? Like
Correct.
I don't trust any
has to
software,
be there.
right? See, software is software. It's
Yeah.
like it can cause glitches, it can have bugs. I mean, even hardware can, right?
Yeah.
Like, the
Yeah.
hardware can have bugs, right? We are having all those architecture failures in all these processors, right? Which are all hardware failures,
Right.
right? Not really software. So bugs can happen in hardware and software. There is always there should be always a way to override this, right? Like have some
Correct.
changes or have some quick patches on, right? So
Hmm.
yeah, maybe you should have an extra battery lying around, right? Plus a
Yep.
heater, right? A hair dryer or something. In your hand. Whenever this
Right.
happens, blow air to that particular sensor, right? And Tesla, has not issued any official statements on any, big fix, but they have issued a patch which disables that sensor, right?
I see.
So now the cars are not doing that, but still, it's not a fix. It's a, I don't know. It's a workaround, right? It's a workaround because that sensor is critical, right? I mean, it is needed for the functionality in the sense like room temperature matching, right? So
Hmm. Correct.
yeah, this is one of the other things, I guess, went sideways with
Yeah.
Tesla. But
I mean,
yeah,
yeah. You can.
yeah, but about the the other thing, the camera thing, I mean, that is
Yeah.
permanent damage. There's a physical damage.
It's a
right?
permanent damage. Yeah.
So
Correct.
yeah, like the flex tape commercial, right? There's a lot of damage. Right?
Absolutely. Talking about that, right?
Right?
Tesla basically forgot to give a brake pad
Oh man.
in a brand new car. Yeah, I mean, how
I mean,
weird
is
is that,
this
right?
open talks or roasting Tesla at this point?
Yeah, that is so weird, right?
Right.
So, yeah, so initially the buyer basically told Tesla, right, that there is some noise in the car. Tesla told, yeah, it's normal, right? Not a huge deal.
I mean, our supercars sound like that, right?
Yep.
like
It's a supercar.
like grinding into total gears.
Correct.
That's
correct,
how it
correct.
sounds.
Yeah. So, I mean, let's see the chat, right, between
Yes.
Tesla and the owner. Tesla Model 3 owner discovers car was delivered missing a brake pad. Weeks later, she is still waiting for a replacement apart from Tesla. And this is January 14th, so not,
Too long ago.
I mean, I won't be surprised even till the brake pad is not there. So it was basically, so what happened is, at the end, Tesla understood the severity and they basically towed the car from the location, right? and now it is sitting in some of their service centers.
Yeah, forever, I guess.
And you already know, right? Yeah, it takes around at least a month for the parts to arrive at the store, and then fixing and those things happen. So basically, initially they told the customer that noise was normal, right?
Absolutely.
Obviously,
Absolutely.
nothing is normal about the noise. And the customer thought there should be a pebble stuck between the router and the dust shield. So that is weird. And if we go below, then Tesla told that you can go with the third-party service center, and then she declined it because it was not a simple issue. So here is the chat.
I mean, most probably, if they go with a third party, they will be like, "Oh, we told you to go to third party." Yeah, I mean, you know that it voice warranty.
Yeah.
We told you, but we never told you you will get the warranty back.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think about the most expensive electric car, right?
Right.
Just losing warranty because Tesla did an oopsie, right?
Yep.
Uh,
So here we can see is like the customer has to basically remind them a lot of times, right? And then they are getting some kind of a solution. So it's not a good experience,
Absolutely.
I would say. But they are responding with total gratitude, right? So it's not bad on their side. They're also having a lot of customers, so they are also in the phase of expanding the industry.
I don't think they have that much customers as GM and
Yeah,
biggest
they
ones.
don't have.
So,
But then again, they also don't have that much of resources, right?
correct.
That's a problem.
Absolutely.
Both ways, it is like kind of
I mean, if I was Tesla, right, I would have taken like a Model 3 in the showroom, taken the
Right.
brake pad from there, put it in this,
Yep.
and serve the
Yep.
customer
Yep.
and said, okay, we did an oopsie, there you go, instant repair, right?
right.
I mean, this is like,
Yeah. And see, what the customer is saying is
most
we
probably,
did also almost-
brake pad is
yeah.
paired to the car, right?
Yeah. It has to be basically. What do we call it? Like
Software lock.
no. You had a very good word for that.
Blessed.
Blessed, yeah. Last time it was blessed by Tim Cook. Now it is blessed by Elon Musk.
Yeah, I mean, blessed with the correct car, right? I mean, once it is blessed for that car. It can't be re-blessed.
Correct. Yeah. So customer basically waited for one week for the car to be just towed, right? Then 3 weeks it's sitting there with the status of waiting on parts. And of course they don't recommend Tesla to anyone now. So yeah, that's the thing, right? But yeah, this happened, right? That is so weird.
Absolutely.
I mean, we have seen that Teslas have issues with some alignment issues with some of the panels and
Yes.
some scratches and those things. We have seen that, and that is acceptable. Being a newbie in the market, but brake pad is too much, and UA should be.
I mean,
too
they
much.
say that they test drive for like 1 or 2 hours, if I'm correct. Every car, right?
Yeah. That's what they report, right? I mean, we never know what's going on in backend.
The test, who are test driven was like, they were like putting on AKG and putting on, rock music and like
Yeah,
driving the car.
absolutely.
To not hear that grinding,
Absolutely
right? I mean, literally, like.
Yep.
You know how bad it sounds, right? When the brake pad wears off and there's a nub on the side, right? There's a small nub which kind of reaches on top of the drum. And it is a screaming sound, right? What
Screaming sound. Anyone could have
and
noticed it.
if the pad is not even there, this will be like next level screaming sound.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh,
Correct.
man. We are now living in a place where, like, people are even forgetting, like, okay, was car supposed to be having an engine, like, last time I checked it didn't, right?
Yep, yes, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, like, then Tesla came without battery, and Tesla was like, oh, you have to pay for batteries.
Yep.
And they'll be like, okay, my cousin has a Tesla, his came with a battery. Oh, you are saying that the battery which came with the car is missing. I mean, there is no battery which came with the car.
Right, right.
Anyway. Right. Next time, let's see what is missing. Windshield. Steering windows.
Yeah, I mean, you know that, right? Tesla has made cars steeringless. So what happens is, in some areas of US, they have deployed this service wherein you just have to walk into the vehicle
Okay.
and they will take you wherever you want to go. And
Yeah.
that car doesn't have any steering wheel; it just have one.
Yeah, I know it now about it. Yes.
So,
It's like an Uber.
I mean,
It's like an Uber.
yeah,
But you don't have a
Yeah.
Uber guy. It's like just
yeah,
drives by itself.
and basically that can anytime propagate to normal cars.
Yeah, I mean,
At the rate.
engineer, like, the engineer who built that builds a normal car, and he's like, okay, shit. No, I never thought about this round thing. I mean, this is weird thing. This sits in front, like, are we going on a pirate ship or something like that?
Yeah. Correct. Correct. Yeah.
Right. I mean, next topic. Let's go, right?
Yeah. So last is like.
Let's go and roast
Microsoft.
someone else.
Absolutely. I mean, this is something good news
As well as
in a
bad.
way, but as well as bad. Yeah. So Microsoft has bought Activision Blizzard, right? So a lot of games are under Activision Blizzard. Now, so just giving you a point, Activision was, it was a huge contributor to PS5, right? I mean, the whole PS series of Sony. So there were like lots of games coming from Activision in the exclusive mode for PlayStation. They were not there for PC and Xbox, right? I think this is what they're trying to eliminate here, and they bought Activision Blizzard. So now gaming is on their side, and the games will be like, I guess, PC and Xbox exclusive and not PS5 exclusive. So the thing is that now Sony is like, is a little bit on weaker side because they don't have huge players on their side now. So, but the good thing is that PC gamers will get games on day zero, I guess. Or maybe day zero will be maybe for Xbox only, but it will be propagated very soon to PCs. It may be very after to PS5. So yeah, that's a interesting deal.
Right. Okay. So I mean, today I saw a meme, right, where Microsoft is one guy. He's like wearing a coat, like, very rich, right? And these companies are like, okay, I won't get bought by Microsoft, and Microsoft is like throwing money, right? And after some time, they are like, yeah, that's good enough, right?
Right,
Yeah, and
absolutely correct.
they acquired even EA, if I'm correct, or did they?
Yeah.
And I mean, like, see, now games can actually have a much more better integration with Microsoft. I mean, Windows, right?
Yes. Yes.
Actually, this is a bad news. Why? Because, see, like, if Microsoft holds all the game companies, this means they can't develop a Linux version. They're trying to,
Yeah.
hold the, development of Linux games.
They will, yeah, for sure.
This is like something which we thought is inevitable in the sense like Linux gaming. But if this continues,
Now,
this will be like a very bad thing, right? Like,
absolutely right. Like we saw, we saw some good news with
Team.
Steam Deck, right? And now Microsoft buying the whole company is another realm, right? So
Absolutely.
that is
Absolutely. And this is like see, like Microsoft, whenever buys some companies, they normally like, kill it. Right? That is how they do, right?
yeah, internally they are dead, right?
Yeah. But we have to really see. I mean, GitHub was an exception, right? They enhanced it. I thought GitHub will go down, right? I mean, with Microsoft, but somehow it didn't, right?
I mean, right? GitHub was acting weirdly in the initial phase.
Correct.
They took down YouTube DL and those.
Correct,
things.
absolutely.
So, even it was giving lower speeds, if I remember correctly, than GitLab. But now it is fine.
Absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, wait. So is there a line in the video stream?
No.
There is a line in the video stream.
Oh man, is it from my side?
No. Now you accidentally moved it to a different place. You can do control Z. You are accidentally moving mine to a different place.
Okay,
Yeah.
Control Z.
Yeah. Now it is correct place.
Okay.
Now we can deselect everything.
Yeah, that line will not be there, right? In the stream. Don't worry.
Okay.
It's not there.
I mean the red line, right?
No, it won't be there in the video. So don't worry.
Okay. Perfect. I mean, we played deck of cards with our video streams. There you go.
Yep.
Right. So, I mean, like, how many companies have Microsoft just acquired? I mean,
Let's make a list, right? Just one.
yeah, absolutely.
Let's search. Just sharing the screen.
There is a Wikipedia page which lists, I guess, infinite companies.
Okay. Yeah. Huge list starting from 1987. Okay, I think we only need to see latest one. Hotmail is interesting deal there. Ratio, then Type,
Yeah. Instead.
Mojang. Yeah,
That's
so
also
there
there.
is list, right? Okay, let's see the well-known players. Okay, some of them are like not even known, right? Most of them were even known to us because they are from 1990s.
Yeah. Mover. NPM.
Yep.
CyberX. Orion. Clear Software. Two Hat. Extender. Activision. Oh man.
Yep.
Ubisoft also owned by. Let me see. Yeah, Ubisoft is also owned by Microsoft.
There you go.
I mean, it's 2005, right? 2005 acquisition.
Yeah.
What all other game
So-
companies are there? Like, I mean, do you know?
Rockstar is there.
Yeah, Rockstar. Will it be acquired? Rockstar is owned by who? That is the first question.
Yeah, I have zero idea about that.
Yeah, let's see. Rockstar. Yeah, okay. Take-Two Interactive. That is the company, right? Behind Rockstar.
Interesting. So yeah, they are, I guess, independent, right? It.
Okay, so at least there is some hope, right? I mean, Rockstar is one of the.
I mean,
Yeah.
they are huge shark, right?
Correct.
With GTA and all, someone can in theory buy them,
I mean, except Microsoft. Still they can.
except Microsoft. Yeah.
Still they can. Because
Yeah.
they are like too giant to. Like,
Yep.
there is a thing, right? Sometimes, companies become too giant to fall, right?
Correct.
It's like,
Mojang is under Microsoft. It's also a video games company.
Oh man, okay. Verizon,
Yeah.
Verizon is also under Microsoft.
Okay. LinkedIn is also under Microsoft. I never knew this.
LinkedIn is under Microsoft, 100%. Yeah, I know that because Microsoft. There's a meme, right? Microsoft knocks LinkedIn, Skype, and all those things, and Microsoft the death, right?
Correct. I remember that.
Right. I mean, Yammer. Yammer was a separate. Oh man, Yammer is. I thought Yammer was started by Microsoft. It seems no. Yammer
No.
was a separate thing.
It was from in 2012 they bought it. So interesting. NPM. Okay, NPM is under Microsoft.
Yeah.
There you go.
Literally not package manager, right?
Yeah.
So basically Node.js. They own it.
Question. So buying GitHub,
Yep.
does it make Git also under Microsoft?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. It shouldn't be.
Absolutely not, right? I mean, Git
Yes,
is made by Linus Torvalds, and now Microsoft is trying to kill it, right? Git,
Yes.
by basically making GitHub desktop, which doesn't use Git protocol, right? It uses separate protocol,
Right.
So
Right. Okay. So Avram, can you see the figure? It's in 68 billion or something, right?
let me see.
How much is that?
Right. I mean, I can't see it, right? But
Okay,
can you
okay.
say the can you say the line? I'm on the same page, right?
Yeah. Now you might be able to see. It's the last line.
Okay.
Talking about Activision Blizzard itself.
Okay. Activision.
Value is like 68 billion, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Not
Thousands, millions, billions. Yeah, 68 billion, 700 million. Yeah, 68 billion, 700
yeah,
million.
we can say around 69 billion. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
69 billion. Right.
That's a huge amount.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, how did they get this much amount, right? This much money?
I mean, they are trillionaires, right? So,
Correct.
and it's not like Microsoft it's directly funding. I mean, directly buying it.
Yes.
Investors of Microsoft also gets involved, right?
Correct.
You already know.
Absolutely.
We have huge investors.
Absolutely. I mean, we never knew that. Like, we don't see the Microsoft, the real Microsoft, right? The real Microsoft is not just making Windows. Like, they are providing
Yeah.
all the chatting functionality, video conferencing functionality, security, right? To each,
Correct.
so to so many companies, right? Like,
Yeah.
so
Correct.
yeah, I mean, Microsoft is a big deal, right?
Huge. Absolutely.
You don't want to come across Microsoft.
Yes.
You will be embraced, extended, and extinguished.
Correct. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think with that, our topics do end this time, right?
Absolutely, and we don't have a chat. It's not live, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we don't know about doing live anymore because OBS is broken.
Yep.
Now we have to edit it both,
For the
right?
people who don't know, OBS is broken with both of our streams combined in. So video is there, but audio is not there.
What is
Choppy audio, like you cannot
Stuttering.
even hear a single bit. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to record the video audio separately and then merge it using some editing software or maybe FFmpeg.
Yep, definitely FFmpeg.
Yeah, FFmpeg. Yeah, correct. Yeah.
I'm remembering the meme, right? Like Karen Live, no.
FFmpeg. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense, right? Kingdom Live always re-encodes the whole thing.
Absolutely. Even Adobe Premiere, anything. You can just say, okay,
And,
take the video stream as it is, just cut, merge.
Right.
Don't touch it, right? Don't touch.
yeah, and they don't understand that.
Absolutely. I think that is one
Yeah.
functionality people should add in video editors, right? Like if
Yeah,
there is so
I
many
wonder,
cuts,
like-
right, then just cut it and merge it. I mean, there is
Correct.
No longer need for effects. Like whenever the effects comes, just cut that part, then do the effects, transport, blah blah blah, right?
Correct.
Then merge it together. Do a single
Then
frame.
merge it, yeah. I mean, we are not so sure about this Final Cut Pro, right?
Yeah.
It might have it, like, it's a very good feature.
Yeah, Final Cut Pro is very fast, so yeah, this will be interesting because this may make it fast, right? Very fast.
Absolutely. Yep.
So yeah, maybe call someone who is having a Mac and ask them.
You mean Arjun?
Yeah, Arjun. There you go, right? I don't know if he has license
Yeah.
for Final Cut.
Yeah, most probably. Might
I mean, we have Arjun and Abhijit, right? Two Mac guys.
right.
Right. Yeah. Right. I think we can
Yeah.
wind up, right? I mean,
Yeah, so thank you guys for the for listening to the episode, and we highly appreciate it. And we'll be coming every week now, so we'll like pre-record and we'll make sure that every Sunday it will be uploaded, right? So yeah, if you have any suggestions or improvement, please let us know in the comments, right? Or if you have any doubts or something, also go to Tux Forums and post there, or maybe let us know in the comments, right? Also, we do have one Tux Forums Telegram group. You can join that also. Yeah, so I guess that's it, right?
yeah, I mean, subscribe and ring the bell icon.
Absolutely. Those are the rituals, like, if you find this video really helpful, then do share it with your techie friends, right?
Absolutely.
They'll be also getting a lot of knowledge.
Absolutely.
So yeah. Okay. Bye everyone.
Bye bye.